Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to our lesson of today, which is going to be about 5D in the news from the book Traveler 2. This lesson is for the first secondary stage from the second semester, prepared by Amna Madkhali and presented by Yasser al-Nakhli. Today, inshallah, we will practice vocabulary related to accidents. We will practice passive voice in present, past simple, and present simple. How do you usually learn about serious accidents? Look at this picture here. What is this? This is a newspaper. Very good. Now let's go to reading. Read the headline of the newspaper article below. What do you think it is about? Read the article and check your answers. What is the name of the article here?
An intercity train was derailed in South Wales yesterday. The train was travelling through a tunnel at 160 kilometres per hour when it hit a flock of sheep that was going in the opposite direction. The train came off the tracks, fell onto its side and skidded for another 200 metres before coming to a stop. Fortunately, nobody was killed, but 28 people were injured, 5 of them seriously. The police, fire crews and the ambulance service were all called immediately and they arrived within minutes to rescue the people. The injured passengers were taken to local hospitals.
It's a miracle that it was not a greater tragedy,
said Stephen Jones, one of the firefighters.
When we arrived, smoke was coming out of the tunnel and we thought that the train was on fire. A fire in a tunnel is of course a very serious matter, but luckily it was only the engine and we put it out very quickly.
Amazingly, the train driver was not hurt in the accident. He said later,
"As soon as I noticed the animals, I pulled the emergency brake, but it was too late."
The tunnel was damaged and the train was almost completely destroyed. Overall, £2 million of damage was caused. All the sheep except one died in the crash. The lucky survivor was rescued by a police officer and is now called Lucky Lucy. The local farmer, who owned the sheep, has no idea how the accident happened.
"I have lots of sheep and they are kept in a nearby field which is surrounded by a fence. I don't know how these sheep got out."
How this accident happened is a mystery.
Okay, read again and write T for true, F for false, or NM for not mentioned. Take your time and try answer these questions. The train crashed in the tunnel because it was traveling too fast. F. False. Number 2. There were 28 passengers on the train together. False. 3. The firefighters took a long time to arrive. F. False. Number 4. Not all the train was on fire. True. 5. The train driver did nothing to stop the accident. False. Number 6. Trains will be able to use the tunnel within a few days. Not mentioned. 7. The damage to the train is about £2 million. False. Only sheep were killed in the accident. 9. Lucky Lucy was returned to the local farmer. Not mentioned. Okay, now find words in the text that have the same meaning as the ones below. Take your time, try to find the answer of these words. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1. Came off the trucks, was derailed. 2. A group of, a flock of. Hurt, injured. 4. Save, rescue. 5. A very sad event, tragedy. Number 6. Stop from burning, put out. 7. Somebody who survives, survivor. 8. An area of land in the countryside. field. Let's go to vocabulary now. Words easily confused. Complete with the words in the boxes. Damaged, injured, survived, rescued, look, watch, notice. Number 1. One of the players was injured in the match and was taken to hospital. Number 2. The school was damaged by the fire. 3. Only 2 people survived the plane crash. 4. Luckily, the boy who fell in the river was rescued by his brother. 5. Thousands of people around the country watch this football match. Number 6. I always take a window seat on the train. I look outside and think while traveling. 7. Did you notice the size of their house? 3. Grammar. Passive voice, present simple and past simple. Read the examples below. Do the sentences in the active voice have the same meaning as the ones in the passive voice? Which ones focus on the person doing the action and which ones focus on the action itself? Look at these examples here. Active voice, passive voice. Okay, now let's try to read sentences together. The train driver drives the train. We took the passengers to hospitals. Passive voice. The train is driven by the train driver. The passengers were taken to hospital. Try to read the examples again and complete the rules. Of active voice, we have subject, main verb, and object, while on passive voice we have subject, verb be, and past participle of main verb. Okay, now complete with the present simple passive or the past simple passive of the verbs in brackets. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 1. Every year, an end-of-year dinner is organized by the students. Number 2. The furniture was delivered to our house last Saturday. 3. My friend Salim was hit by a car, but luckily he wasn't injured. 4. Nowadays, mobiles are used by almost everyone. Number 5. Mandarin is spoken in China. Number 6. All the people were rescued from the burning building, but the building was completely destroyed. 7. The cough medicine is or was kept in a cupboard in the kitchen. Now let's go to speaking. Talk in pairs or small groups. Read the newspaper headlines below and use your imagination to describe what happened in each of the situations. Okay, evaluation. Complete the text with the present simple passive of the verbs in brackets. Okay, let's check your answers. Have you ever wondered how your letter is sent to its destination? Well, first, you put your letter in the post box. At some point, all the letters are collected and are taken to a place called a sorting office. At this place, each letter is arranged according to its destination, local or international. Now look at the pictures and use the promise to write sentences in the active and passive voice. Look at this picture here and try to use these words to write active and passive voice. Okay, let's answer the questions. Linda made some biscuits yesterday. Some biscuits were made by Linda yesterday. This is active voice and this is passive voice. Okay, today we learned practice passive voice in present, past simple, and present simple. We practice vocabulary related to accidents. These are the references: Traveller 2, Student's Book, Workbook, Teacher's Guide, and Google Clip Arts for pictures. For more information and lesson, please do not hesitate to call us on our website, our Twitter account, our phone number. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.